Please click on subscribe button and click on bell icon for more interesting updates on civil engineering concepts. In this video lecture, I will explain you complete details about the reinforcement details of the beam sections. Okay, so basically the beam sections reinforcement details will be depends upon the loading condition. Okay, for example, let us consider just I am considering the vertical support here like this, and again I am considering the vertical support here like this. So in between is respected two support condition, which is nothing but the column sections. So just I am providing the beam here. Okay, beam is a horizontal member. Basically it will take the loading conditions. Due to that respected loading condition, the beam will be bent here like this, depends upon the loading condition. Okay, so this is the bending behavior of the beam under considerations of the load cases. Okay, to resist that respected intensity of the bending action, we need to provide the reinforcement section. Okay, so in this video I will explain you how to provide the reinforcement section for the beam sections. Okay, so initially I will explain you the literature which is related to the beam section, so that you can easily understand the concepts. Okay, so let us consider this is the top view for the beam sections. Let us take, so this is the width of the beam and this is the depth of the beam we will consider for designing of any kind of the building. Okay, so initially I will explain you what is mean by reinforcement details. So let us consider, if you take any kind of the beam, if you cut the beam in some axis of XX condition, so if you see the beam from this respected position, so that it can be shown here as side view. So this is the side view of the beam and this is the front view of the beam. Okay, so this is the reinforcement bars, which is nothing but the main bars which is provided for the respected beam sections. Okay, so let us consider just I am providing 4 number of the bars for the beam section. So this is the width of the beam section and this is the depth of the beam section. Okay, so this blue color indicates your stirrup section. Okay, let us consider these are the vertical lines indicates your stirrup section, and this is the value. Let us consider it as 6 mm or 8 mm bars, depends upon your design considerations. Okay, so this is the stirrup section basically we will provide for the beam sections. Okay, so basically this is the front view of the beam, which is consisting of the length is L. So basically beam will be consisting of the two types of the zone. Okay, one is comes under your compressive zone and second one is comes under your respected tensile zone. Okay, so if you consider any kind of the beam, basically the concrete section will be strong in compression zone, weak in tensile zone. Okay, so to do the respected values, basically if you consider this beam, so if you apply any kind of the load condition system, let us consider this is my P, which is consisting of uniformly distributed load. Whatever the load that is comes to your respected surface here, that load will be takes by this top surface section. Okay, so basically this zone will be called as compression zone. Okay, why? Because the load is applying on that respected surface and the beam is compressed here. Due to the presence of that respected compression load cases, the beam will be try to break in this respected position. Okay, basically we will call it as tension zone. Okay, so to overcome the failure of the beam section, basically we will concentrate on the tension zone reinforcement section. Okay, please remember this point. The compression load is applied from the top surface. Due to that reason, the bottom section of the beam will try to break due to the overcoming of the extra loading condition from the respected P condition. So due to that reason, we have to provide the extra reinforcement section at the tension zone. Okay, so these vertical sections indicates your stirrup sections. Okay, so basically beams are divided into two types, depends upon your loading condition system. So in that first one is single reinforcement beam. Okay, and the second one is double reinforcement beam. Okay, so before that I will explain you how to consider the depth of the beam. Okay, so first one, let us consider this is the beam. Just I was consider here as width. Let us consider, and depth just I consider here. Okay, depth of the beam we will consider here D as the value equals to length by 12. Okay, where L is called as length of the beam and 12 is the factor and this is the depth of the beam. This is concentrate on your respected values. Okay, so basically if you consider any one of the example, let us consider just I am taking the column section. So that center to center distance between the column section is, let us consider here as 4. Just I am assuming. Okay, so this is the horizontal member indicates your respected beam section. Okay, if we wanted to calculate the depth of the beam, just we have to substitute this length in this formula so that you can easily get the values. Let us consider length is 4 divided by 2, which is equals to 4 1 ja 4 3 ja, which is equals to 1 by 3, which is approximately equal to 0.33 meter. So the depth of the beam we need to consider here as 0.33. Okay, so if you increase the center to center distance between the column section, basically the value of the depth of the beam is also increases to resist that respected loading condition P. Okay, so now I will explain you complete details about the single reinforcement beam and as well as your double reinforcement beam. Okay, so basically the single reinforcement beam is nothing but the reinforcement bars which is provided under the tension zone. Okay, the double reinforcement beam is nothing but the reinforcement bars is provided under the compressive zone as well as your respected tension zone. Okay, so let us consider the single reinforcement beam is there like this. Let us check. Okay, so here I am considering single reinforcement beam. This is my front view for the single reinforcement beam. So if you want to design any one of the beam under the single reinforcement section, we have to provide the reinforcement bars, whether it is 2 bars or 3 bars, depends upon your considerations of the designs. Okay, so let us consider here as just example, just I am considering here as 3 bars at the bottom and 3 bars at the top. Okay, so if you concentrate on the single reinforcement beam, which is related to this respected image, it is showing that the reinforcement values which is related to the main bar sections which is provided at the bottom section of the beam, which is related to the tension zone only in order to overcome your respected compressive load. Okay, so this is the single reinforcement beam. So now I will explain you some front view for this single reinforcement beam. Let us consider the beam which is consisting of the length here L here like this, and these are the depth of the respected beam. Let us consider, just I am taking here as D, and with this we will consider as per the dimensions. Okay, so if you consider the beam, this is the length and this is the depth. Okay, the single reinforcement section will be provided at the ends here like this. Okay, so this is a single reinforcement section we will provide due to the presence of the overcoming of the respected preloading condition. Okay, so this is the first one. Second one is double reinforcement beam. Okay, so this is one of the important section. Okay, for example, just I will explain you some simple examples so that you can easily understand. For example, let us consider, just I am considering vertical support one section and vertical support second section. So if you fix any one of the beam under this support conditions, let us consider the column sections. Basically the building or beam will be bent here like this. That bending moment diagram value will be 0 at these respected positions at point A, Y. Okay, to overcome this respected value of bending action of the beam section, we have to provide the double reinforcement section. Okay, so basically single reinforcement section will be provided if there is no external support will be exist for that respected joint. Okay, so basically if you consider any one of the building, the external supports will be exist or supporting beam sections or secondary beam sections, or that will be consisting of first floor column sections. Okay, so to do that respected values, we have to provide the double reinforcement section. So just we have to provide the reinforcement bars at the top reinforcement section, at the same time we have to provide the bars at the bottom reinforcement section. Okay, so if you provide the bars at the compression zone and tension zone, basically we will call it as double reinforcement section. Okay, so this is the image which is showing the double reinforcement section. It is consisting of 3 bars at the top reinforcement section and 3 bars at the bottom reinforcement section. Let us consider this is the front view of this respected beam. Let us consider the length is L. Okay, this is the top reinforcement section which is nothing but your compression zone reinforcement section which is of main bars, and this is the bottom reinforcement section which is consisting of the tension zone which is consisting of the also main bars, and in between these respected bars we are provided with the stirrups. Let us consider the distance between the stirrups is, let us just, I am assuming it as 150 mm, depends upon your design considerations in Stacpro software or ETAP software. Okay, so basically we will consider the stirrup section. Okay, so these are the stirrup section. Just I will draw the stirrup section for this respected member here like this. Okay, so depends upon your design consideration we will consider. So one more thing we need to keep in mind. So if increasing the respected value of the bending at the bottom section or middle section is high, basically we have to provide the extra shear reinforcement section here. Okay, to decrease that respected amount of the shear at the support conditions, basically we have to provide the shear reinforcement bars for this respected double reinforcement beam here like this. Okay, so this is the front view which is showing the shear reinforcement bars. Okay, basically at least we have to provide the 2 number of the bars or 3 number of the bars, it depends upon your considerations. Okay, so the basically the distance between this respected shear reinforcement bars will be depends upon L by 4 value, and the right hand side section also consisting of L by 4 distance, and the center to center distance between the straight bars, let us consider here as L by 2 distance. Okay, so if I consider the 4 meter length beam, the distance between the reinforcement bar and this respected bending will be of 1 meter, and this is also 1 meter. The in between this respected value will be of 2 meter. Okay, so this is a double reinforcement beam. Okay, now I will explain you details about the side reinforcement section. Okay, so basically we have to consider the side reinforcement section. Let us consider these are the main bar section, let us consider, and these are the main bar section. Okay, so let us consider these are the side reinforcement bars. Basically we have to provide this respected side reinforcement value section if if the depth of the beam is exceeds 750 mm. Okay, if you consider any one of the building consideration designs, okay, you have to calculate the depth of the beam depends upon your length of the beam here like this. So if you calculate the depth of the beam, if you observe the value is more than your 750 mm dimensions, basically we have to provide the side reinforcement section in order to decrease the shear values as well as bending values for that respected building section. Okay, so this is the complete details about the reinforcement details of the beam, which is related to the single reinforcement section and double reinforcement section. If you provide only the single reinforcement section at the bottom, that will be comes under your single reinforcement, and double reinforcement will be comes under this. So we can calculate the dimensions of your respected depth of the beam depends upon your formula L by 12, and side reinforcement will be provided if the dimensions of the depth is exceeds 750 mm. Okay, so this is the complete explanation about the reinforcement sections of the beam under considerations of the design section. Okay, so if you have any queries about this respected video, please text me your questions in the below comment box. I will try to give the answer for that respected questions. Thank you.